Welcome dear students to Sanjeevani Education Group.
Hello dear students, hope you all are fine and safe at home. I, Mrs. Yogita Kadam, taking mathematics subject for JEE. Hope you all liked my previous demo lectures. Today we'll start with the new topic subsets, but before starting subsets, we'll take quick revision for the previous two topics. Okay, in the previous demo lecture 1, we have seen sets, then representation of sets in a roster and set builder form. Roster means tabular form, or you can say list form also. Then we have seen examples when the set is given in a set builder form, how to write that set in a roster form, and when the set is given in list form or roster form, then how we can write that set in a set builder form. Now and after that we have seen types of sets. In that types of sets we have seen first set empty set, then the second one singleton set, then finite set. Before introducing finite set, I have taken cardinal numbers. Okay, and after that I have taken infinite set, then equivalent set and equal set. These all sets I have introduced. Now what is meant by an empty set? Empty set is the set which is not containing anything, and we can represent empty set by empty braces or by the symbol phi. Now for the example of empty set, we can consider one set of x such that x is a natural number and x is less than 1. See student, set of natural number only starts from the number 1, 1, 2, 3 onwards, and how we can take natural number less than 1? So this set will not contain any element, so this set will be an empty set. Okay, the second type of set, which is singleton set. In singleton set, only one element is there. For example, suppose we'll take one set of x such that x square equals to 4, means we'll find the value of x. And see student, we know that x square equals to 4 means x will have values plus or minus 2, because we are taking both the square roots, positive and negative. So this set will contain two elements, but we need only one element. So we can give one condition for that x such that x is positive square root of 4, or we can write x is a positive. So for x square equals to 4, we'll get x equals to 2 only. Getting? So this set will contain only one element, that is 2. So this set is a singleton set. Now finite set. Before finite set, I have introduced one concept, that is a cardinal number. Cardinal number indicates the number of elements in the set. So finite set means if the number of elements in the set are finite, then the set is called as a finite set. Understood? Now the next set we have seen infinite set. In infinite set, the number of elements are not finite, means they are infinite in numbers, or we can say they are uncountable. Like in the number system we have studied the set of natural numbers, set of whole numbers, integers, rationals, irrationals and real numbers. All the number sets are infinite, means they are having infinite numbers, we can say. Okay, and the next two sets we have seen, equivalent set and equal set. See student, there is a difference in between equivalent set and equal set. Already I have told this, we have discussed. But in equivalent set, the number of elements should be equal. If one set will contain 5 elements, another set should contain 5 elements. Then and then only we can say that both the sets are equivalent. There is no condition is there that all elements should be equal for them. Just only number of elements should be equal in both the sets. Then and then we can say that both the sets are equivalent set. Now equal set. In equal set, thus both the sets should be equivalent, means what? In both the sets the number of elements should be equal, and the second condition is that all elements should be equal. If a set will contain 5 elements and the elements are A, B, C, D, E, then the another set B, if the set B is containing 5 elements, then only we can go for the equal sets, and that B set should contain same elements as like a set A. Then and then only we can say that A and B are equal set. Understood? Now tell me, equivalent sets are equal sets or equal sets are equivalent sets? See student, only one condition we are using for equivalent set. So all equal sets are equivalent set, but converse is not true. Getting? So we have taken the revision for the topic. Now we'll go for the topic subsets. Okay. Now students, will start with the definition of subsets. If let A and B be two sets. Now if every element of set A is an element of set B, then we say that set A is a subset of set B. If every element of set A is an element of set B, then we say that A is a subset of set B. Now, if A is a subset of B, then we write and read as A is a subset of B. Okay, we are reading this as, now this symbol we are using for subset. Okay, now A subset of B implies for all A belongs to A belongs to set B, because if A is a subset of B and small a in A and A is subset of B, automatically this element from set A will go in set B. So A element is there in set B, and for A subset of B we can say that A is contained in B, and by using Venn diagram we can write, if this is the set B, then set A will be there. Means all elements from set A are the elements of set B. Understood? So here we can say that A is contained in B. Means all elements are there in set B from set A. Understood what is meant by subsets? Okay. Now student, when A is a subset of B, then we are saying that A is contained in B, or we can say B contains A. B contains A, or we can say that B is a superset. Obviously B is greater than A, not it is greater, but it contains more elements than A, so B is a superset of A, and we write this symbolically, B is a superset of A. If A is not a subset of B, then we write symbolically A is not subset of B. Understood? Obviously every set is a subset of itself. We can write every set is a subset of itself, or we can have empty set is a subset of every set. If A is any set, then we can write empty set is a subset of every set. Now we'll see the another concept, proper set, subset and improper subset. A subset A of the set B is called proper subset, is called a proper subset if A is not equal to B, and we write A subset of B. See student, there is difference between A subset of B. Here we are not knowing that whether A is equal to B, A is having less elements than B. Okay, now here a subset A of the set B is called a proper subset if A is not equal to B. Means it is sure that A is not having extra element. A means B is having extra element than set A, and we are writing A is a subset of B. For example, if A is having element 1, 2, 3 and B is having elements 1, 2, 3 and 4, means clearly A is not equal to B and it satisfies the condition A is contained in B. Okay, here we can write A is contained in B. Understood? Now we'll see the improper set. Now in proper set we have A is not equal to B and A is the subset of B. Means set A contains some elements from set B but not all. But in improper subsets is a set which is containing all elements from the original set. Now students, all elements from the original set means both the sets will be equal. Now for the equal sets we can say that both the equal sets are improper subsets of each other, because if A is an improper subset of B, then A is equal to B, because set A contains all elements from the original set B, and we have A is a subset of B. Okay, A is a subset of B and A is a improper subset. That means A contains all elements from the original set B. Understood? So we have empty set is a proper subset of any given set A. Understood? Now if A is a proper subset of B, if A is a proper subset of B, then there exists an element X, then there exists an element X belongs to B such that X is not in A. Understood? If A is a proper subset of B, then we have at least one element in B such that X is not in A. Getting? Now it follows immediately that whenever we have to prove two sets equal, we'll prove, suppose we have to prove A and B are equal set, then we have to prove A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Getting? Means from the definition of equal sets, we have set A and B are said to be equal set if and only if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Now students, whenever it is to be proved that A and B are equal set, we have to prove first A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Now this method only will use for proving any two sets equal. Understood? So in this lecture we have studied what is meant by subset, how to represent a subset, then proper subsets, improper subsets, the difference between proper and improper subsets we have seen. Now we'll start with some useful results and examples on it. Okay.